Well, hello, best friend. How are you? Did you do your homework? Did you dust off that memory? Did you cry? I cried, but I cry a lot. And that's only because I'm incredibly passionate. Passionate about who, you ask? Oh, that's right, the children. Those children that you can't write off on your taxes, even Gunner. Because that really is why we show up every day. Certainly not the money and the fame, so it must be the kids. Did you know that in this country, the average child spends over 36 hours a week in the care of someone that's not their adult? And you know what that looks like. They roll in 6:37, they're there all day. You feed them, you take care of them, you change them, you help them go to the bathroom, you put them to sleep, you entertain them, you capture those teachable moments. You feed them again. They get picked up 5:36, 6:37. They go home, they eat, maybe a bath, they go to bed, and they come right back to you. And when you think about the fact that 1 million neurological connections are happening in that child's brain every single second, and the other fact that 90% of their brain is developed before they hit kindergarten, we're the ones that help make them who they are. Everyone before first grade, we are that family. We're the ones who are helping shape them, their personalities, how they view themselves within their bodies, their families, their school, and their communities. We do that. We are responsible for making these amazing creatures who they are. No pressure. So let's talk a little bit about the impact that we have on these kiddos. Because holy crumbs, do we have an impact? Now, I asked you in the last chapter, how many of you came out of the womb wanting to be teachers? And I know a few of you did, but most of you didn't. So I have another question for you. How many of you played school? Yeah, I bet a lot more of you are like, I played school. Yeah, I set up all of those chairs. I got my toys out. I got some paper out. I read books. I did a circle time. Yeah, you did. And guess what? Shocker, you know who you played? You played your teacher. You modeled all of those interactions after the teacher that you saw. So what does that mean? That means kids go home and play you. Now put a pause on that because we're going to get to that in a minute. But let's go back to that. Now think about that. None of you wanted to be teachers, but so many of you played school. So no, never. I remember going to Jenny's house because Jenny's family watched us after school, going to Jenny's house. And I always tell this story like a scary movie. We walked into the basement, creak, creak, creak. And standing there was Jenny. I looked around the room and there were stuffed animals staring back at me with their cold, dead eyes. I turned my corner. Jenny was there with a piece of paper, a stack. She looked at me and said, "Do you want to play school?" No, we were just there. We just did that. Let's go outside. Let's climb some trees. Let's skip some rope. Let's get some chalk. Let's fall out of trees. Whatever. Let's just go do anything else. Sincerely think about this. And I'm going to put it in like accounting terms. Let's say you worked in an office and all day you were like, cubicles, math, Excel, yeah, all day. And then you went home and you were like, baby, where's my calculator? That's what you did all day. You played like you were at school. Numbers, circle time, all this stuff. And then you went home and you're like, let's keep going. I love that for you. I am envious of you. I wish I had that because for you, school was a place that lifted you up, that celebrated you, that made you feel real good, that gave you a lot of wins. But if you wiggled a lot and you sat all around the room and you got in trouble and the teacher didn't think you were real smart because you had a problem with literacy, school was a real rough place. And I didn't want to be there. So I didn't copy my teachers. So think about that really fast. The children that go home and play school, you who went home and played school, you idolized your teachers. You watched them so closely, and not in a creepy way, not in a weird, I want to wear your skin way, but in a weird like, oh my gosh, I want to be you way. Aspirational. Children are aspirational creatures, and because we spend so much time with them, and frankly, we are magical, and I will get to that later, we are their biggest inspirations. We truly are. So when we move our hips a certain way, when we move our hands a certain way, when we have a saying that we just say, they copy us. Think about a time that a parent has said something or a child has, you've heard it from across the room. You're like, wait a minute, I say that. Emily Pugina's mother called me and said, so I think Emily might have said something you said. Like, oh. Well, that you're guessing, maybe not. What did she say? And she goes, I told Emily I'd like her to clean her room. And Emily told me I'd like a pony, but that's not going to happen. I was like, yeah, that was me. That was 100% me. Yeah. My daughter now says things that Miss Every says.
No bees, no honey, no work, no money.
My daughter is now fiscally responsible because of her preschool teacher. She is more fiscally responsible than I will ever be. I will say we have to clean up and Lydia goes, yep, rent's due on the 1st. Got to do it. What? In my 20s, I would get eviction notices because I would forget to pay rent. My child will never have that issue. Also, I've never told that to anybody, including my parents. So, best friend, don't tell anybody. Shh. My credit score's a lot better now. Shh. Like, I've really never told anybody like this. Actually, I'm like telling Evelyn A. Shh. See, yeah, wait, this is really best friend stuff. So anywhoosies. Man, there's gonna be a lot of dump and purse moments out in this relationship, I can tell. Maybe I shouldn't be recording this. Too late. Anyways, role models. We are all role models for our children. They look at us and they want to be us. They want to copy us. They're so excited. And why is that? Because we endlessly show them love. We inspire them. We always have an answer for a problem. We know the best read alouds. We always have puppets. We can solve any problem. We put a few chairs together. Next thing you know, we're going to the moon. Every single day is filled with wonder and magic. And as a result, the children are just constantly in awe. And you did that. I need us as educators. We have this really weird, like, no, like, just stop. No, you better let that go. Be okay to be gushed on. Be okay to be appreciated. Be okay to be endlessly loved. Now let's get back to that appreciation note. Because I appreciate you, clearly. This is an entire appreciation video. And it doesn't stop with just this. This is the start of a long and fruitful friendship. Every single month, you're going to get a newsletter. Every few months, we're going to have PD together. And then we get to have a conference together. Well, we're legitimately going to be in person, hugs, tattoos, temporary, unless you want to go out, and I'm down. I obviously appreciate you. The kids appreciate you. And I want you to hear that really fast. The children appreciate you. Every single time a child's like, can I sit next to you? Every single time a child's like, can I sit on your lap? Every single time a child's like, let me hold your hand. Every single time a child is just way too close and like on you, and you're like, get off. Pause for a moment and think about that. You know who's real honest? Children. Yeah. You know who isn't paid to love you? Children. Yeah. They are your best am I doing okay test. The children are obsessed with you. And any time that they just want to be near you, I love you, hugs, can I sit next to you? Can I be with you? That is just your moment to pause and be like, holy cow, I'm doing a great job. And I'm appreciated. Because here's the deal, they're probably not going to say thank you. Because we work in a field where more often than not, the thank yous we hear is, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? And they finally say thank you, and you say, you're welcome, go wash your hands. They don't give us the thank yous that we are traditional. They give us the I love yous. The can I sit on your laps? The you look pretty. The I like your shoes. The can I sit next to you today? They give you the hey moms, hey dads, hey Gigi, hey grandmas. They give you all those things. So when you hear those, take those and be like, put them in. I'm doing a great job. So I appreciate you. The kids appreciate you. But you know who else who really appreciates you and who couldn't do this job without you? And I can tell you, but it's a little bit better if it comes from them. Enjoy.
We just want to thank you all for going above and beyond every day. You are the absolute best.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for all the hard work, love, and patience that you bring every single day. We appreciate you.
Thank you for all you do. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you for all you do.
Good afternoon, providers. We just want to stop and say thank you in this month of provider appreciation. We want to tell you how much you mean to us, and we just want you to know that you make a difference every day. And for all of those kiddos out there that you're helping every single day, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Because of you, children feel safe, seen, and they're ready to learn. Thank you for all that you do.
Hi providers, this is Ellen Minnick. I'm the supervisor of developmental health, and I have Help Me Grow here. I have Hasha and T, and we want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you for showing up every day for your students with patience and care.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you for the dedication and care you bring every single day. Because of you, children are developing a love of learning that can last a lifetime. You are truly remarkable.
Thank you for all you do and for the support you provide for the children.
Good morning. I would like to take this opportunity. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate everything that you do. We want you to know that your hard work, your dedication, and your compassion certainly does not go unnoticed. We thank you for the love that you share with all the children. It takes a very special person to do that. So we just want to say thank you, and we appreciate you.
Thank you for your dedication to our families and our community. Happy Provider Appreciation Week.
Hi, we're here with Haven
and Atlas
to thank you for getting up and doing what you do every day. You rock!
Thank you for your compassion and dedication to children and families each and every day.
Thanks for your hard work and dedication. You guys are rock stars.
Thank you, providers, for every little thing you do every single day.
Hello everyone, I just want to give a big shout out to all our early learning providers, educators, directors, administrators for the wonderful work that you do. Thank you so much for nurturing and caring for our most precious resource, children.
I told you they appreciate you. So there's no homework for the end of chapter 2. Just I'll see you soon. Check out that newsletter. And don't forget, this is a long-going friendship. So feel free to engage, chat me up. Clearly, I like to talk and I like to learn more about you. So let's keep this friendship going. And I can't wait to talk to you soon. Toodles.